Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to a new episode. And what we're going to do today is instead of going ahead and doing a bunch of different projects all at one episode, I'm going to focus on one or two projects the entire time. And we are in the middle of our world. See, if you look at the coordinates, we are at 0, 0. And this was the old storage system where I would just put in shulker boxes and individual items automatically. But since we're making a storage system, an automatic storage system on our own, this isn't needed. So what we're going to do here is, if you saw this sign at the beginning, we're going to turn this into a welcome center. And what do you mean? What do I mean by that? I'm going to have a map of the world, information about the world, another portal, and just in general things that I need to say if I die and a bed, like my bed gets obstructed, then I could just go over here. I will spawn here, and I could just get everything I need. That's what we're going to do. But the first thing we have to do is take down all of these chests, and some of them still have some sort of items in them. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick up these shulker boxes and put everything in them like this. I don't think we have enough shulker boxes, at least for right now, but all we're really going to do is just break these. And I have a bunch of just junk, you know, bunch of random stuff, like dragon heads. I have dragon heads in here, armadillo scoots, some lightings. This is some This is a lot of food, actually. I didn't realize I had this much. But it's all gonna go ahead and go into here because we don't need it in the middle of our world anymore. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, clear out all of these. We have a ton of items. Back at the spawn, all these shulkers are completely filled with items from there, and we're only a quarter of the way done. So we have a lot of unpackaging to do. This is what it looks like without all the chests. It looks kind of weird, honestly, but it doesn't look too bad. But since we have all of them out, we are going to start building stuff. And one of the things I wanted to build was, if you see the obsidian and the flint and steel nether portals, I want to have a nether hub that is at the start of the world. So we are going to actually put them, I think, here. We have portals here, and we're gonna have to break this off. And we're gonna just have like portals all around like that. So let me just build this out for you. And it's gonna take a lot of obsidian. I don't think I have enough. But I think the effect is gonna look pretty cool. We're gonna leave these open. They could still like fly out and in. Even though, I mean, you could just do that through the portal. I think it will look a lot better if it's open. But you see what we're going for. The corners are going to be portals. And we just gotta do these two. And that's why I've got a second stack of obsidian. I think we have enough. Enough obsidian for all the portals. I hope that when we go inside the portal, when we go into the nether, it doesn't activate into a close portal. I hope it's its own individual, not like one I've already spawned in. Because there is another portal over there that's pretty close. I think it's 100 blocks that way. I don't think it's close enough though. But we're gonna have to see when we make all these portals. I'm pretty sure they're close enough so they'll all be linked up. I really don't want to go through the whole troubles of just, you know, going through every single one of them. But we're just going to try these here. Hopefully this all works out for us. And where are we spawning at? Okay, I think this is a new portal. Gas right there. I'm just going to kill him. I don't have my sword. Okay. Don't judge me about my nether. I'll clean it up eventually. I know it looks horrible. How are you not dead? Okay, if we go back here, okay. Now let me mark this down. So I'm gonna use this stair for ones I go into. Let's go into this one. And birch planks for ones I go out. And oh, it actually linked up to this one. Okay. Is that like priority? Let's try this one. And it just keeps going to this one. So I guess prioritizes this one. I don't know if this one the first one I built. But let's go back through here and see if we go. Okay, so we do go through the birch one all the time. Okay, that's good to know. That's not really what I wanted to. I wanted them to go through them like randomly. But I don't want to fix that. Because I think that'll take a while. But we're actually going to go back into the nether. Because if we go over to here, you can see I started making a tunnel. And this was for the old, where I put the nether hub. But this place doesn't really make sense. So I'm just gonna break a few of these. So I can get the obsidian so I can make a 4 portal like this. Pretty simple. I think, how many blocks will we need? 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we just need a few more blocks. But this will just be a single portal and a tunnel connected to it, so it's not going to be left like this for long. It's just going to be, you know, just going to be branched out instead of the hub. I think we have enough. Let's see, for 3, you need at least 10. Let's just get a few more. I don't know if this is just lava underneath. Yes, it is. That's unfortunate. But let's just get a few more. And they're all falling. Oh, that's very unlucky. Come on, just give me like one more, I think. Or a few more. Oh, man. Yep. Oh, man. Wow, that's very unlucky. Okay, that one went onto this block. And I got that, okay. So right, that portal over there where the tunnel leads to, that's where the OG base is. The one where I put the sugarcane farm. And this monstrosity, I had to put in a laze for a wither rose farm. So that's why I have like this ugly looking thing. But that leads to my current base. This leads to a desert temple that I don't use. I might tear that down. But oh wait, actually, this should hopefully work first try. I'm hoping it does. I also don't think we have enough obsidian. But I have plenty of obsidian. Let's see. Go. Oh. Okay, that's wrong. Just gotta break these 2. We have enough obsidian. And we're just gonna break the middle. And put them here. And there we go. So this is where the start of our end hub is going to be. But let's just go into this one because this is the original. And there we go. See, I think we spawned in the same one as the where the birch plank was. But that's going to be the top part of this, the nether part. We could just fly up here, over here. I think it looks pretty good. I don't think it really matches with the birch and sandstone. Like it's too dark of a block, so it kind of stands out. Like, say you're looking over here, you can really see the contrast. Like it sticks out. But that's fine. We are going to take all of this. I don't know why I have this, but we're going to take all of this and move it there. But this map is so old. The base where I'm at, this is all where it's at and is not on the map. It's also a couple of things that are also not on the map, like the farm, the paths, and yeah, I think that's about it. But this is going to be archived for 2025 maps. That's why I have all the glass panes. And we're going to just put this somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, that's why we had the chest. So I'm just going to keep you there for now until we have a proper place to put the old maps at. So let's just change all of these. They say locked? They do say locked. Oops. There we go. I think that's all of the maps. Yep. And we're just gonna dump them in here without care for the order. It's fine. I'll deal with it later. But we're gonna keep the cartography table because I want to have every single utility block in this area. Like cartography tables, anvils, blast furnaces, stone cutters, all of those. I want to have all of those there. This is the world history, and it just goes over the world history. So we're gonna move that over to here as well. And I have no idea because this is like a symmetrical build. I don't know how to properly place everything, so where it doesn't seem awkward. And this is also even, unfortunately, but can you put a sign? No, can't. Okay. Interesting. I'm just gonna put it right here for now. There we go. We're just like moving everything over here. We're not actually making the build yet. You're also going to bring all of this over there as well because I do want the map in there. I don't know where I'm gonna put it though in a way that isn't like it doesn't block one of the exits. There we go. And I don't know how these guys are spawning in because I mean there's lights all over the ground. Oh, I guess from all the way over there I had to light that up. But yeah, I can't just put it here. Where could I put it though? Honestly, I might just put it here. And don't get mad at me for my laziness. But we're gonna do it like this. I just don't have stone blocks. I'll fix them if I remember, I swear. Where'd that go? Like that. And then we're just gonna close stuff. What on earth? Why they keep spawning? Jeez. Yeah, let me get the bed and hey, we have this is where all the future maps will be when I get around to doing that. So I guess I'll have the bed here. It's kind of hard when it's like even because it sticks out. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless I make it like these are walls, like proper walls and not pillars. I'm just brainstorming here. I think this is where I'm gonna put all the utility blocks. And here, I don't know what I'm gonna put here. So we're just gonna have to think about that for now. It's been a minute, but this is what I got so far. As you can see, I used the new shelf, the bamboo shelves, to fill in the gap that we had. And they still are like pillars, so I think that's pretty good. I didn't do anything here. I don't know what I'm going to do for a bed. I'll probably just add a second one and call it that. We didn't get any new maps, but we have another book. It's the rules of the world, and it's the rules that I follow in this world. And this is just the same thing. And we added a few more of the utility blocks. I still need a bunch more, but this is a good start. One problem I think is that it looks very blocky, right? It just looks like a square. It doesn't have anything interesting to it, especially like from above or from the sides. It looks very flat. That's kind of intentional because another thing that I wanted to do is see this entire floor here. I want to take it all out and I want to replace it like with a mini like biomes as the floor, if that makes sense. Like over here, you have like a mushroom island with a little ocean. We can have like a bunch of plains, a desert, a cherry grove, and then we have like the nether biome and the end biome. And that's just gonna be like under our feet. And then we're gonna have like a glass walkway that takes us to and from the middle part here. But that's kind of a that's a very big project and I am nowhere near like even starting it. First of all, this entire like flat area, it used to be giant mountains, and mining all of that, I ended up with 50,000 sand and 50,000 sandstone. And we have to take out all the grass, all the frog lights, and even dig like I think 10 blocks down. So that's a lot of stone I have to clear out. But we're not doing that anytime soon, and we're gonna stop on this build right here. We're gonna finish it later, but I wanted to do something else. And that is with this little thing here, the ender chest. I think this is a really weird block. I mean, it just you can access inventory from literally anywhere across the map. It's kind of a crazy block. And for the past 4 years, I've never had one set up. I've always had an ender chest, but I've never like properly set up an ender chest until just like this week. But as you see, we have a few shulker boxes, but they're very empty. A lot of them are pretty empty. So I want to focus on getting some of these things like filled up so we don't have to worry about like going all the way back over to the base just for like some stone and then going all over to the other part of the base just for some sugar cane, you know what I mean? But we just have to that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on this thing. We have a few of them. I'm going to go over like the names. Like this one I fly away obviously for firework rockets. This one is for like stone, cobblestone, stone brick, smooth stone, maybe even Blackstone, or not Blackstone, Deep Slate and their variants. This one is just so I have enough like iron blocks and a beacon so I can make a full size beacon whenever I want to. This one, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this one. It's just it holds a bunch of the new bundles. I it kind of just makes me like actually use them. It kind of forces me to actually use the bundles. Except that like this entire row, which is missing, was filled with un undyed shulker boxes, which is also for extra storage. So this is like extra storage. This one, it, it's a bit of a fancy name, but is just for logs, every type of log in the game. That's why, both of the words start with log is for the logs. This one is my redstone box, which I use pretty frequently. I could definitely update this because we have just random resources. We don't have enough pistons. We need a lot more blocks in that one. This one is food and is pretty empty. This is for totems. This is for flowers, which also serves as a dye box. This one is for saplings or moss, just other vegetation like leaves that isn't flowers. This is for a bunch of potions. We have a bunch of night vision potions. This one is for all the lights in the game like glowstone and torches. That's what that one's going to be for. This one, utility, obviously like furnaces, crafting tables, stone cutters that I could just pick up from the fly. Shulker box. This one's probably going to be the hardest for me to get because I want just like shulker shells all around this row and this row, and then chests all around this row. So that's going to take a long time, especially without a shulker farm. This one is for all the wool, obviously, and this one is the important shulker box where I keep all of my stuff, including my flint and steel. So that's what we have so far. We also have a bunch of ender chests and a bed, and we're just gonna spend a few minutes collecting some of this stuff. So I want to start off with the stones one because we have all the rockets we need, and this one is going to be pretty simple. At first, I said I wanted to do like all the stone variants, but I absolutely do not have enough space. So we're just gonna get like the unprocessed like stone. I'm gonna get cobblestone in there too, like granite, andesite, diorite, and deep slate, and I think tough maybe. So we're just gonna. I think I want 9 stacks of these as a start. Let's make it appealing. And then I think, how are we gonna do this? Cobblestone, andesite, diorite, granite, deep slate for these, or maybe tough. I don't really use tough except for this room, so I don't think I'm gonna put in tough. But let's see how much of these blocks do we have. So we already have 3 stacks. That have a couple of bits of granite. I saw diorite in here. Yep. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We have all of it right here. I forgot to get cobblestone. We can see the bulk storage is doing pretty good. So we have a bunch of that. So cobblestone goes here. Going to do diorite, granite, andesite. And there, it looks pretty good. And the deep slate I have, since my world is I'd say corrupted, I don't really have much deep slate just like lying around. I think this is the only time I've actually used it in a build. And so Oh, this is like the storage system that I was talking about. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this room, but I have to go like all the way down here to even get tough and deep slate and the deep slate ores and all of that. So we're just gonna go down here. I have a decent amount of deep slate already because I've just been mining down here. Let me see, where is it? Where does it go? Wow, this is very, very big. It's a very long staircase. That's still going. Okay. Yeah, I have a bunch of deep slate in here and a ton of gravel. I have some amethyst. I didn't even realize I had this much. Okay. But yeah, we just need 6 stacks. There, that's gonna be our first chest. Let's just put an ender chest down here. Grab one for ourselves and a beacon. Okay, I'll see you when I get back up from this very long staircase. I'm broke, man. I don't have a single free beacon like sitting in a chest anywhere. So I'm gonna have to take it from this beacon here, which is in the nether that I never use. It's a haste beacon, and the only reason why I use it is for this basalt generator like that. But I never use this generator at all. I don't think I've ever used basalt for anything. So that's not, I mean, it's kind of a waste to have it here. So we're just gonna go ahead and take it. Nobody will notice. And we have our shulker box. It's gonna be pretty simple, but and I also want to get 9. Maybe when I get ahead and make a wither farm, I can have a bunch more beacons, and this will be a lot more fuller. But right now, I have only one beacon, and I think I only need one beacon. We're finished on this one. This one is all the logs. And here is all of the logs. For our log shulker box, we actually have two of each wood type, plus three extra for mushroom blocks. Because I feel like they fit in with the whole log thing. But once we eventually get a new wood type, we'll just add, two more in, and I don't know about the last one. That's it for logs. I actually changed a few things. Uh, the black shulker box used to just be full of bundles, but I think an adventure kit, like full of like leads and name tags and boats, stuff for like when you're going out on an adventure, I feel like that would be much more useful. But I do have all the bundles. We have a bundle with bundles in them. So we still have all the bundles, just, as part of a bigger thing. And this one, it used to be called Flower Boy, but I changed it to Flower to Dies For because that is going to be part a flower shulker box. And also, since you can craft flowers into dyes, so it'll also function as a dye box. These are all of the totems that I have in my world right now. I thought I would have more, but I guess we only have 8 so far, plus the one over here, so 9. Eventually I would like to have this all filled up with totems, but that's good for right now. And I'm at my wool farm because I want to put in wool for the emergency wool shulker box. So it's just gonna be a stack of each block. I don't think I need more than one stack of most because I don't really use much wool for building. But when I do, sometimes I like to use a bit. Like the windmill, it uses yellow wool, but we're just gonna get every single wool color. We already have yellow, and just place some. Oops. Oh, you know what? We could definitely add a lot more wool. Um, let's see, which ones do I use the most? There we go. This is our wool sugar. Yep. I started on 3 more of these shulker boxes. The green thumb is where I'll have, my dirt, some moss, my leaves, some of my plants that I could grow, and my saplings, and some bones. And this is where all my seeds are. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of plants. This one is also a bunch of plants, but exclusively for flowers. And I might also add green dye in it because you can't get green dye. You cannot get green dye from a plant except cactus, but you have to smelt it. So that's what this one is going to be. I just need to sort this a bit better. And this one is for all my lights. And you see I use a lot of frog lights recently, especially with my whole storage system. Like behind all the chests are some frog lights. Behind all the shulker boxes are frog lights, and behind the bulk system is frog lights. So I use a lot of frog lights, and they're pretty easy to farm when you have a farm already set up. So they take up the majority. Then I have a bunch of shroom lights. I need more lanterns and glowstone, and just the rest is for torches and soul torches. I'm going to keep the ender chest stuff in a bit of the background. Like I'll do it all off camera because I think it's very boring, and I also have to like set up farms and stuff to make everything, to put everything in the ender chest. So I'll probably update you guys on that. Like if I make a tree farm for all the logs, I'll tell you about that, and But that's not the last thing we're going to do for this episode because if you can tell, we're back at the version Minecraft History project, and we are going to expand it, the Java Edition part. I don't think I'll do Pocket Edition until when I reach 2011 or 2012, because that's when Pocket Edition got released. And we are in 2009 still, I'm pretty sure. with multiplayer test. Yeah, 2009. So this next one is going to be whatever's after multiplayer test. Oh my goodness, man. I just made a horrible mistake that pretty much I have to restart this entire project, unfortunately. You know what happened? If we look at here, one, you see this is an 8x8 cube, like 8, and it's 8 right here, and then this one extra bar, it's 8 across, but the inside area is 8x8 by 4. And that's what I want all of the rooms to look like, so it can match up with Bedrock Edition, and also so it looks symmetrical. You know what I did? This room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 by 4 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which means I have to break I have to get rid of a whole section and shorten it. And then I'll have to do it for all the other ones because then this pillar will be 4 blocks long. This is actually 8 by 8 by, I don't even know. This is a lot bigger. I think I'm fine with them being bigger. I just want them to be 8 by 8. But this has to be changed to move over 1 block. And this one is like the worst defender. This is a great build, but it's 12 blocks long. You see how much bigger this one is to this one. And that really sucks. Normally, I wouldn't really care much about that, but since we're having Bedrock Edition, I want it to perfectly line up with, the Java Edition. Like, say we have a room here, say this is like a lot taller, but we have one over on this side, and it's like, it added like 3 blocks. Then it would seem like a really big room compared to what we actually need. So I have to like change everything, which is going to be rough. Oh man. I apologize for ending on a bad note, but I have suddenly a lot of work to be finished. I need to finish the spawn, the spawn hub over there. I need to finish the inner chest and my version history build project over there. Unfortunately, we kind of really didn't get anything done. We just started everything. But I think that's the price we have to pay for more frequent uploads. Like sometimes I won't be able to finish a build in like 2 days or a project in 2 days. Because that's kind of the time I really have. I either have 3 days or 2 days to get an episode out if I want 2 episodes by the week. And I don't really record on weekends, only on weekdays. So fortunately, that's all we have for today. Hopefully next week we get a lot more done. And that's about it. Bye bye.